Hey, I'm Ron Drotos from keyboardimprov.com, and thanks for joining me in day 30 of the Art of Keith Jarrett, a 31-day series of YouTube videos investigating, discussing, learning from Keith Jarrett in different aspect of his musicianship every day for 31 days. Second to last one, and if you haven't watched them all, and this is your first one, welcome, or if you've been with it from the beginning, thanks for being here. It helps me to make these, it inspires me, helps my playing, and hopefully you as well. There's something, it's one of my subjects I love to talk about in music, and I want to relate it to Keith Jarrett. It's the question, what is confidence? You know, confidence. People say, okay, he or she is a confident player, or I wish I had more confidence when I played piano or performed or whatever. And it's interesting because I think a lot of times players think of it in the wrong way, or at least a way that's not very helpful. We usually think of confidence, at least maybe in the back of our minds, as I know that this is going to work, right? I've really practiced or whatever. I know I'm going to do a good job, right? And I think that's an impossible thing, right? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, right? I think confidence, especially like what would Jarrett, you know, when he's going out to do a solo concert, is he a confident player? I think most people would say Keith Jarrett's pretty confident. But at the same time, he has no clue what's going to happen, right? That's the whole point of what he's doing, playing solo. So what is he confident in? I think the answer is a relation with language. You know, and my own piano teacher, Billy Taylor, used to tell me that if you want to learn something, if you want to understand something about improvising or how to improvise, think about how we learn language and make that analogy, and then you'll understand the music. So when we run into somebody we know, you know, on the street or whatever, and we have a conversation, or we go into a store to get something, we don't know how the conversation's going to go, right? We can't say, I'm confident that I will say this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then I'll get what I want, right? We have to do that sometimes if we don't know the language and we're in a foreign country. We have to say, okay, I'm going to say hello, and then I'm going to ask for this thing, and then I'm going to say thank you. How do you say thank you? Okay, merci beaucoup, you know. But when we're speaking our own language, we don't have to do that, because we are confident in a real way that we know the language well enough, and we can think on our feet, and we can make decisions that we can say something, hello, how are you, and pretty much whatever the person says back to us, we can adapt. Right? So they might say, oh, you know what? We don't have that thing in stock, but we can order it for you. Would you rather order it or go to another branch of our store and get it? You know, and then you can make that decision. I'm confident that when I go down to the supermarket, I can find something that I want to buy and cook for dinner. Right? I don't have to know all the details. I don't have to know that they're going to have that exact ingredient that day. If they don't, I can go with something else, and I know the language well enough, I know how to cook, I know what I like, I know all those kind of things, right? So that's where the confidence comes from. So I sit down and I play. I don't have to know what's going to come next, what note's going to come next. I don't have to know whether it's going to be a D or an F or an F sharp, but I know I can play something. Okay, and now I don't have to know whether it's going to go to a major or a minor chord. I'm just going to, okay, I'll go to the minor. And now I know. You know, it's confidence. And it's not that I've memorized every single chord progression ever, but I just know I can sort of. If I go to a surprise chord, okay, do I go up or did I go down? And then that'll propel me to something else. Just like we know our language. I think that's the confidence that someone like a Keith Jarrett has, that we can develop if we trust that. That's where the real question is, what do we trust, right? I can trust that I can get out of the jam I'm in or follow the musical thread. I can't trust the fact that I'm always going to play my best, right? Nobody can, right? Even Keith Jarrett can't. At the Carnegie Hall concert that's recorded, there's one sort of gospel kind of groove, you know. Something like that in the key of, I think it's in C. And I remember at the concert thinking, okay, it's not really happening for him right now. He's struggling. It's not quite the groove he wants. He's changing it up a little, trying to find it. He's changing the chords every once in a while, which he doesn't always do on those grooves. And then after a while, it really settled in when he got the ball rolling. But he was looking, he was searching there, and I could tell, and I verified it when I listened to the recording. I can hear that. So that's the confidence he has, though. If I keep going and just stay loose and open and really focused and listen, something's going to happen. I want to share one thing. I was mentioning something about confidence, talking to confidence with someone I work with. Her name's Lila. Hey, Lila, if you are watching. She's a singer and guitarist. And she said something that was so true, it just floored me. She said, when we let go of our emotional baggage and get out of our own way, other people perceive it as confidence. I'm going to say that again. When we let go of our emotional baggage and get out of our own way, other people perceive it as confidence. So thank you, Lila, and I will leave you with that. So what is confidence? What can you trust when you play? That's what we're looking for. Take care.